Alright, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning or the end of my videos. Check it out before we start. Write me at KingTyson713@yahoo.com if you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something. Write me KingTyson713@yahoo.com. Also, if you like this content, please go to the video tab section of the YouTube channel. Click on the video that interests you. Watch it. Give me some feedback in the comments. I really appreciate that. So look, let's get on with this video. Make it a quick one. Derrick Jaxn's ex-wife. If you didn't know who Derrick Jaxn is, Derrick Jaxn was a brother who came to fame some years back from social media. He used to make posts about trashing all men when it comes to relationship with women. Like if a man and woman were in a relationship, he would always say that the men were the problem and women had to take no accountability. Don't worry about it, ladies. It was all me. It's all men's fault, right? And so women shared all his posts. Brothers were sharing his posts talking about him because he never had nothing good to say about men, right? And kind of find out he was married. He kind of kept that from the world, which, you know, you really don't want to put the world all in your business, you know. But the thing is, when you start going on social media and the more fame you get, the more your real life starts getting exposed, you know, you start getting exposed, right? So that's what I was trying to say. And so what happened was he was caught cheating by multiple women over his wife. And he had made the famous confession video. He was side by side with his wife. His wife was just, she was looking so homely looking. And he's saying, he admitted that he was cheating on his wife with multiple women. And, you know, they'll get through it. He had wrote a book, you know what I'm saying? But him and his wife ended up going through a divorce, right? And so that was some years back, and then he kind of faded away from the scene because of all the backlash, because all the things that he was preaching about the wrong guy that women choose, he was actually that wrong guy. So it blew up in his face, made him look like a big hypocrite. So he faded away, and then he popped back on the scene mainly on Instagram, right? And so he got his following up. You know, he came back, he got more following, and as he got more following, his wife, well, his ex-wife now, she started creating content, and she's going on. I guess she's going on small tours, book tours and stuff, and talking about surviving a cheating heart and stuff like that. I guess she's preaching to women about infidelity in marriages and preaching the word of God, the word of Christ, you know. And the thing about it, the reason why I'm making this video, because it seems after years that she hasn't got over the things that Derrick Jaxn put her through, right? And if you listen to the things that she's saying, and she's preaching the word of God, it's not that what she's preaching, it makes her look kind of out there, but it's how she doing it. And you could tell she's unhinged. And I want to talk to my sisters on this video. And let me say this, prayers to that sister, because she really been through it in a relationship. You can tell that being married to this man, and it's like, listen, if you get cheated on, it's already bad, right? But just imagine get cheated on and the whole world knows, because that story went viral. And, you know, when you get cheated on, people look at you and people find out. Even if you decide to take your husband back, it makes, you know, as a woman, it makes you look, you know, you feel like, let me say it makes you look like, but you feel like you feel like it make you look like a weak woman. And then you got women coming for you, you know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of disrespect, right? And so I don't think she fully recovered from that. And you could tell because there's nothing positive that she's saying, that it sounds like she's gotten over this. And let me tell you something. I've been through a divorce before. It took me, anybody been through a divorce before? You've been with someone for a long term relationship, and it's over with, yes, it's gonna be on your mind a lot. You're gonna go through so many um, um, emotional roller coaster of emotions, right? And so I can just imagine what that sister going through, but I can tell that she's not healed. And also listening to her talk, and you could just tell that she, in my opinion, and I think other people are saying the same thing, she's mentally, I don't think she's mentally there. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally there. I don't think she's mentally stable. And I know they got kids together, and I'm sure, she's doing the best she could do um, as a mother, but my personal opinion, it seems like she's crashing out on some of her videos. And it's sad because the situation with Derrick Jaxn, it seemed like he rose up. You know what I'm saying? Like he got way more followers and stuff like that. He probably living his life, probably smashing different females. And I don't think she's moved on. And I mean, we don't know her business, but I don't think she's probably dating. Um, I don't know, man. Like the reason why I'm making this video, right? The reason why I'm bringing this whole thing up is because, sisters, I know that you go through a traumatic situation in relationships, and I want you to, ladies, this video is for the ladies, right? Ladies, you are enough, right? Like I really want you to understand, ladies, you are enough, and what you bring, and you bring what you bring to a relationship with a man. You know that you God fearing, you do everything to follow this man's lead, and you feel in your heart that you did everything you're supposed to do as a wife or as a long-term girlfriend. You feel like you done what you're supposed to do. And if the relationship goes sour, right, you know that you did everything that you could do. I don't want you to feel bad about or any regrets of how it ended. If you know you did everything you're supposed to do in a relationship, I know it's gonna hurt that you're not with this person, but keep your head up high. That's what I want to tell the ladies. Keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? Like Pac used to say, keep your head up, because when you are a good person, and ladies, I don't want you to lose sight of this, because I know ladies will sometimes, and like me and brothers, we'll go through a bad situation with a woman, and it'll make brothers go out and be just get out and just smash everything moving and not care about a woman. When a dude go through a bad breakup with a woman he loved and it don't work out, and he felt like she did him wrong, it'll make dudes jump into the whole player route, right? And ladies, if it go bad on a woman's side against a man, ladies used to just kind of like, be sad about it, depressed about it, but they eventually move on. But now ladies are starting to do like the men these days. Ladies are starting to say, okay, well, if these men gonna be a dog, I'm gonna be a dog too. And this is why a lot of dudes be on here trying to talk bad about modern day women, because they like, all these modern day women be cheating and doing all this stuff. But you got to remember, fellas and brothers watching this video too, a lot of the shit that these women are going through and what they doing, they are responding back from how we treating them. I'm gonna just be real. So if these women are going around here saying that they gonna have them some different dudes that they deal with, you gotta understand why they doing this a lot of the times. I mean, you always gonna have hoes, but I'm saying we talking about women who've been hurt, who've been a good girlfriend, who's been a good wife, who's been constantly hurt. They get with this dude did them wrong. They break up, they find somebody else, meet another dude. This dude did them wrong. They break up, they find another dude. This dude doing wrong. So if you go through enough of that, and men, we don't really fall with that under that category, because normally men, we date a woman and we decide to take a woman on in a relationship, we don't really go through the shit that women go through with dealing with us. You know what I'm saying? Women could have 3 or 4 or 5 relationships in 2 years and it all go bad. Every dude treated them wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying women shouldn't have any accountability, because hey, there are women who dog brothers out. You know what I'm saying? But and are not right for a man. But at the same time, we gotta know that a lot of the times, brothers, especially if we younger, we not really trying to be committed. You know what I'm saying? And let me say this, not just committed. Even we in a relationship, we still want trying to play the field. You know what I'm saying? We come on, let's just keep it real. You know, you younger, you like, okay, I'm gonna go do this and do that, but still have a girlfriend. You still want the benefits of having a woman, but you still want to go out and play the field because you're young, you know? Um, so let's just keep it real on that, right? But anyway, this video, I just want to talk to the sisters on this, like ladies, like, you know, and I hope that sister get us some help. That's another thing. If you go through a really bad marriage and you going through a divorce, or you breaking up with somebody from a long-term relationship, I tell anybody, go to therapy, get some help with therapy. I know in our community, we kind of look down on therapy. We think that going to therapy is something for crazy people, or we say that, man, I can't afford that, it's expensive. If you have a job, nowadays, check with your insurance. If you have medical insurance on your job, check with your insurance. Call your insurance company, and see if, just like you make an appointment for a doctor, they have therapists now that you can go. Majority of the time, you can that's covered under your insurance, and you just pay like a copay each session. So I don't want my people to feel like, well, it's too expensive, I can't afford that. If you have a job and you have medical insurance, call your insurance, and find out, do they do that? Because a lot of times now that insurance are starting to pay for therapy sessions. So that's just something to give to my people, because I know how my people are. I know how we are sometimes. We be like, man, I want to, but I can't afford it. There's a way. But also, I just want to talk to the ladies again. Like, ladies, like, I don't want you to be like how this and also too, he want her to, you know, give up his last name and like so she can move on, but she's still going off of Jackson. And you got some women who still keep the same last name even though they divorced. But I think she's kind of keeping that name. I know she's getting out there and keep creating content, writing books, and, you know, going on book tours and all this stuff, speaking engagements and stuff. But I think in her best state, I think mentally wise, I think changing her name and going back to her maiden name probably be better to try to get her identity back. And I believe this brother really took her through the ringer without no remorse. And I feel sorry for her, because this can happen to any other ladies. Ladies, you've been through relationships and breakups before. You feel like this man that took you all the way through it, made you crazy. Whenever you feel like you are going crazy and you not yourself, it's time to end that relationship. Brothers, same thing with you, brothers. If you in a relationship with a woman and you feel like you are not yourself, you feel like you not laughing as much as you used to, you're not smiling as much as you used to, when coming home is almost like bad, whenever you feel like you got to take the long way home because you're like, oh my God, man, I'm finna get into it about this, or you feel like and it's just for men and women, if you feel like you're in a relationship, you got to walk on eggshells, it is time to come to the table and communicate what's going on or end the relationship, because you should not be with somebody who you feel like you are not yourself. You feel like your insecurities is through the roof. Be being with this person. It's time to choose you and make sure that you are happy. Life is too short to be feeling like, I don't want to leave this person because we got kids. I don't want to leave this person because I've been knowing this person. I don't want to start over. Sometimes the hardest part is starting over. But let me tell y'all something. A peace of mind is priceless. And I'd rather be in a 1-bedroom shack and have my peace of mind than being in a 4 or 5 bedroom house and I'm arguing every day with my wife. You know what I'm saying? And I think people have to kind of get to that, because people be so afraid of losing someone. Now, I'm never letting go of someone. I'm never the type of person to tell, because I'm married. So I never the type of brother to tell people to leave their marriage. I always say, try to get counseling first as a couple. Try to work it out together, try to get some understanding. And if that don't work, if neither one of you want to do that, then it's time to end the relationship. But both of y'all gotta want to try. It can't be a one person trying and the other person not. Both people gotta want to try and work this out. That's the problem. I think we get in relationships and we forget the reason why we're in a relationship. It was based on love. And as time progressed, things happen, we start losing track. And then, you know, one person might still be holding on, the other person might not be, but it's not telling this person that, hey, I'm just fell out of love with you. And I think we need to be over with. People rather drag people along and be doing their own thing somewhere else and still coming home. It's like your body physically at home, but your mind is somewhere else. So that's what I wanted to say. Prayers to that sister though. Prayers to that sister that she get the healing, the help that she needs. And I know she's doing her speaking engagements, but you can tell that she's still hurt by this, and she's preaching to other women, not just the word of God, but she's talking to other women about a broken heart and how to heal from having a spouse who cheat on you. And that's probably good. That's probably good. But at the same time, you have to be mentally stable to do that type of work. And if you're not mentally stable, because you can always talk about your testimony and what you've been through, but you gotta also show the growth and the change, and you showing faith that you can move on. And by you still holding on to that, you're not helping nobody. You really hurting yourself, and you're hurting other women who following you the same way. But that's all I want to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm King Tyson. Peace and blessings. One love. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out.